Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when it finds you. Just want to talk real quick. Kind of gonna stay on speaking life into your words piece for a moment, and I don't know how many more videos I'm gonna do on that, but I'm gonna kind of focus on that for a good while anyway, because I'm finding out more and more of how important how we speak and the things we speak play such a big part in our life. And my mentor always talks about reading your daily affirmations. I've heard Brian Tracy talk about daily affirmations. I've heard Les Brown talk about daily affirmations. Ironically, the people who don't have the finances of any of these men are always the ones who talk about affirmations don't work. So, and I'm not saying money is everything, but I'm just saying the guys who talk about speaking your affirmations daily have financial resources to back up what they're doing. And the ones who say they don't work normally don't have any financial resources to back up what they're doing. And I'm not putting them down. I'm just saying, hey, we got to change our thinking. And so, in the book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about affirmations. He talks about finding our desire. And I heard one guy say, we keep living a crap life because we've been speaking crap words our whole life. And I mean, think about the people that's in your immediate circle. What kind of language and talk goes on when you get together? I mean, I had to separate myself from a lot of people some time back. I just didn't like the conversation. Every time you get together, it's a whole bunch of cursing, a bunch of foul language. And hey, I'm not your judge. Do what you do. I just don't like being in that conversation. I mean, when I was younger, I didn't have a choice. You go around family, especially when alcohol gets to flowing, you're going to hear a lot of foul language. And as a kid, I didn't have the option not to go. But as an adult, I choose where I plant myself and who I want to listen to. And what we don't realize is when we keep immersing ourselves in conversation, even if we're just in earshot, that stuff enters into our subconscious mind. And I remember reading something years ago about smoking. And it was talking about, people that had never smoked were dying from lung cancer. Well, how did that happen? Were they in the vicinity of a regular smoker? And so the secondhand smoke was killing them. And sadly, the secondhand conversation is killing a lot of our goals and dreams. And we don't even see it because most of the time, the people that we're immersing ourselves around with that conversation, lives kind of mirror our own. And I was at a seminar some years ago, and I heard a guy say, if you think your dream is big, get around somebody whose dream is bigger. And I remember hearing an attorney bragging about his income one day to a guy whose income he didn't know. And the guy was telling him, trying to talk to him one day, and he's an arrogant type guy, but he was telling him, well, just in case, nobody told you, I make over $350,000 a year as an attorney. And the guy he was talking to said, well, man, how you live on that little money? It shouldn't take you a whole year to make $350,000. And so we have to start watching our words. And the best way to do that, first thing you got to do is, turn some of that TV off. And right now it's about 1:15 in the morning while I'm recording this. It's quiet throughout this time of day. I've always been kind of a night owl. And so it's peaceful. I know my phone's not going to ring unless it's my mentor And more than likely, he'll text me first or send me an email to see if I'm still up. But I know I'm not going to be troubled this time. Like, there's no traffic flying around the curve right here by my house and burning rubber like they do during the daytime. So it's real peaceful. But you're going to have to immerse yourself in some positive thinking. You're going to have to immerse yourself in some positive reading. You're going to have to immerse yourself in some positive listening. And then when you put all that in your mind, then you have to immerse yourself into some positive speaking. And so you have to make sure your goals are positive. You have to make sure your dreams are positive. You know, and when you're doing your affirmations and you're speaking of your goals, speak in your goals in I guess present tense. And I know at one point, and since I got out of the hospital, I've put on weight again because immobile. And one of my doctors tried to tell me, watch what you're eating. And I'm hardly eating anything. That's what I'm just not able to move around that much. I can't put a whole lot of pressure on my foot right now. And for a while, I couldn't put any pressure on my leg either because I had surgery on the foot and the leg. And, and I mean, literally, I hardly eat anything. But like I said, just sitting around not being mobile, kind of put the weight on. So one of the goals I've set for myself is, I'm a tall guy. And before I went in the hospital, I weighed about 210, 215 pounds. I'm not going to tell you what I weigh now. But one of the things I mentioned in my affirmation is I weigh a healthy 220 pounds. And so every day, make sure you write down your goals. Preferably write down 10 goals per day for 1 month. And just see what it takes to kind of go after and get it accomplished. I mean, we have to act as if we already have those goals mentally. Even though we don't see it in the physical, we have to act like we have it mentally. I heard one guy say, just lie to yourself until you accomplish it. I mean, and, I've heard a lot of public speakers say, well, don't do that. Don't lie to yourself and all that. And I mean, and the other guy said, all you're doing is telling yourself your future in advance. And so we have to act as if we already have something mentally. Because unfortunately, most of us act each and every day as if we lack something. And so whenever we have fear of doing something that's beneficial to our life, if, like I said, if we have fear, just start saying to yourself, I can do it. Just say that to yourself over and over again. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Or as I read a book, I am. I am. I am. And so, you have to figure out what works for you. But like I said, and I'm talking to myself every time I do one of these videos as well. So I need to be more consistent with what I'm doing with my affirmations as well. So take care, and we'll talk to you next time.